Grupo Frontera, for like a whole hour. I don't even care. Like, I'm filling my Saturdays up with some Spanish music because my wife and I are going to be going to this asada fiesta thing downtown in Indio, and they're going to have my favorite group there. They sing that song, La Cuckoo, La Cuckoo. It's okay. I'll play some music later. I don't really care. We have so much to talk about. We do. And I want to take my time this morning because it's my day off and I'm feeling great. Actually, I'm feeling really healthy this morning. I didn't eat too much yesterday, like too much like heavy stuff. I ate a lot of fish, a lot of ceviche for all you people out there, just doing my thing, but studying a lot. And while that's all going on, you guys know that the artist for the show, the guy actually makes all the thumbnails, everything, he's also taking on extra duties to start making music for the show. And I'm telling you right now, the boy is a beast. Right? The boy is a beast. His name is Trove, if you guys don't know Trove. And Trove made a song. He made like 4 songs for the channel. And we all know he made Connect the Dots. If you guys did not hear that song, I'll play it later. But I'm going to play one song for you while we start talking about GameStop. It puts me in a vibe, this song. I heard it this morning, and I just start going at it. It's 140 beats per minute. It gets me up. It gets me rolling. I hope you guys like it. And then we're going to talk about GameStop, Bitcoin, and a couple other things. I have headlines on Kohl's, educational headlines on Kohl's, what's happening, what's moving forward. And it's right there in front of us. We've talked about it before. We're also going to talk about AMC and the fake movement that is. And then, of course, GameStop, the company, what they're doing today. If you guys do not know, GameStop is now a destination site every Saturday. Every Saturday, because they're actually, today, they went ahead and got new quantities of Pokemon cards, and they have the cards in the building all week long. They're just holding them for Saturday, and they're allowing all these lines to form outside of their store every Saturday. So it's a destination spot. I love it. I love the release of it. It gives people a reason to go to GameStop. Kids will have that experience of waiting in line for hours. You scalpers, you're not getting all of them. They're limiting 2 per person, and that's the way I want it to happen. So per product. So I like what GameStop's doing. It's a great business model. And I'll also tell you about a conversation I had last night with a finance guy. And guy, you know what he told me? He told me, Marantz, anyone that can rub 2 brain cells together can tell you that GameStop's not a great investment. That's what he told me. Now, can you imagine what I told him? GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop. GameStop. Here's a new song by Trove, guys. Enjoy it. Of the line,
I walked into a world
it's going to keep on playing. No, here we go. We're good. We'll hold the line right here. Congratulations to Trove for doing more than just anybody right about now. Him and Jay are 2 different animals from different parts of the world that help me out with the show. If you guys are not familiar, people can contribute any way, and that's just the way they do it. I know some people send me headlines, stories, and ideas, and I really appreciate it. This is a tough show to do. For the 4 years that I've been doing it, it's been a grind. It's been rewarding all at the same time. I've met so many people along the way, and we're still going. So I just want to take time to reflect on it and pivot. But we'll go ahead and look at the stock. We'll talk about the investment, and then, of course, if you guys have any bearish ideas, we can talk those out. But you're on the other side of the trade forever. So I'm reading the chat as well. I see you guys. We'll go ahead and talk. What's up, Marantz? Ready for this heat? Might have to start up the AC. Drogo, the AC is at 72 in my house. Right? Trends, what we want to invest past, and what's the best investment, and tell me what's better and how to be in cash. And I respect the kid. I love this guy. This guy's a good guy, but he didn't know about GameStop, or he thinks what everyone else thinks. GameStop's just a physical company in a digital world. And GameStop's, well, how do they make money? How do they generate capital? How do they get $6 billion? Everyone always asks that question. How did they get $6 billion? And it's funny. It's funny because I have these headlines in front of me that I was reading off of Twitter, and people, well, they have their own ideas, right? And I'm going to actually show you everything today, because there's stuff to learn today, guys. If you guys are not familiar with the show, I take a part out of my day to teach you guys whatever I'm learning. And I'm learning a lot about private equity for the last 4 years. A lot about, well, obviously investing that I've been doing for so long. And I can tell you, it's hard to take a loss on this market when everybody gets to brag, This is my whole point. Everybody gets to brag about their investments and their portfolios because it was so easy just to ride with tech and ride with the Mag 7 and ride the wave. Well, you're having some headwinds right now, and then you're actually having Wall Street just price it all in. We're going to talk about that. And when I say price it all in, you would see earnings come out, and even though they're a beat per se, they fall apart. Right? It just falls right back to where it is because there's a manipulation on all numbers. You guys know we are in a recession, and the Fed doesn't want to admit it because they do revise numbers. I remember Carter's Corner Pocket, another YouTuber, was talking about this the other day. He says, "Hey man, they missed it. They missed the unemployment number, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, they said they came in flat, but then he goes, no, it was revised. And I know they do revisions, right? In mid quarter, mid month, whatever it may be, and yeah, it was revised. So." And you guys ever want to know about revisions and like the value? Like, I'll give you an example. We can go look at AMC for an example. Okay, this is AMC right now. What's being told to the world? They're telling you AMC is a green company. They have an EPS surprise of 5%, almost 4.95, and they have a revenue surprise of 3.04. So they post this. They post this as in to say this is a good investment. It's at a hold right now by 7 analysts. 6 of them say it's a hold. These guys should be fired. These guys should be fired because do you know what their EPS surprise was? That they didn't lose they didn't lose 60 cents a share. They lost 58. But does anybody tell the world that previously, because they try to compare it from quarter to quarter, or from quarter this year to last year, whatever, right? And you go, what are you guys talking about? Look at this. AMC Entertainment Holdings beat on both top and bottom line. Top and bottom line. Revenues exceeded consensus and exceeded blah, blah, blah. They lost 58 cents, not 60. Guys, they've increased their float from 200 million shares to 430. They're losing $250 million a quarter. That's what they just lost. And then someone's going to come around like Adam Aaron and tell you they're having the greatest quarter ever, quarter 2. Movie theaters are back better than ever. Guys, that's Christmas to movie theaters. The summertime is Christmas. Memorial Day weekend, you got 4th of July. That whole wrap and run is Christmas. The second quarter of movie theater industry is always the biggest. The other parts of this is that when they admit that movie theater industry just came in at numbers equivalent to 1996. The unfortunate part for the world is the dollar has been diluted down 10 times over. The money of 1996 is infinitely more than the money of today. And I'm talking about dollar for dollar. If you have the same dollar totals, I mean, because you always hear people tell you, man, $1 million back then is like 10 million today. Yeah. Well, guess what? They're equivalent right now, Adam Aaron. And whoever wants to post this shit, MSNBC, misleading headlines like you wouldn't believe. They're green, they're green, they're green. They just try to give you what they can. And it's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate. So, I don't see it coming back. I've never seen it come back. You know, I've been doing this for so long that my very first video was, hey, this company's going to fall apart. This is a pump and dump. Don't ever touch it. You know, and I said that years ago. I want to show you guys something, okay? This plays into the conversation we're going to have today about GameStop. U.S. stock buybacks on pace to surpass $1 trillion in a single year for the first time in history. Share buybacks. Started thinking about this. I know a lot of companies do share buybacks. And I even know that GameStop at one point did a share buyback at around $5 a share and bought back $200 million worth of shares, and they fought back. They were fighting the shorts at this point. And this was in like 1919. This was in 2019, 2020, 2021, in that time frame. And right now we still have $100 million on the books for share buybacks. Would we ever? Never. Not at this price. And how much of the float would you actually buy back? Basically none, because we have a float of 447 million shares. So just know when a company has excess cash, they do these things, right? They deploy the cash onto you. They'll do share buybacks and or they'll do dividends. And a lot of people find value in that. A lot of people do. I want to explain something to you. The mindset of a transition company and a pivot company like GameStop. GameStop's identity and existence before Ryan Cohen, before us, before 2023 actually, was just an overstored, which means the footprint's too big, too many square foot. You have too much square footage for the dollars you make. Overpowered, overmanned, overleveraged company. GameStop expanded. They were too big, and they were top heavy. So this is why they had a loss. This is why they weren't making money. Everyone tries to say, oh, they were making money in 2013 and 2011 and 2012 and all these times. They could have made so much more if they were efficient and they kept up with technology and they were at the forefront of e-commerce. If they would have done all of these things, they wouldn't be in the position they're in today. But they were set up to fail. And now you have GameStop sitting on $6.2 trillion of cash. Do you give it back to the people? No. I've been studying this so much that I said, well, wait a minute. Why don't these other companies do it? Now, I know the corporate companies that actually buy back shares and a lot, so much money to it. And I'm not saying that's like a negative. I'm not saying it's a bad thing either. I'm just telling you, you want to buy back money. I mean, you want to buy back shares with your cash. Why don't you invest that money into your company and make it bigger, right? And better. Isn't that what people say? Why doesn't GameStop just buy their own shares if they believe that this money can go X, X, Y, and Z? Well, because they buy T-bills because they're safe and there's really no risk. You just buy something solid, get your money back, and we're good. Okay. So why don't we buy the S&P 500? Why don't we just buy that straight out? I was watching Be More, Better Invest, and she's saying, Bitcoin is going to be worth $1 million a piece, and this is why, and saying all these things. And I said, well, what stops people from just waking up one day and all deciding not to give it value? Not to hold it anymore because everyone's in a rigged game. I think about this. I really do. You could just wake up tomorrow and be like, you know what? We're going to decide this has value. What's the next Bitcoin? If there were only one, then there would only be one altcoin, stablecoin, whatever it may be. So I don't get fixated on Bitcoin so much like everyone else does. I just want to know, is GameStop going to do the unthinkable? What's the unthinkable? Well, if GameStop were to buy 1.5, 1.2 billion dollars worth of Bitcoin, they'd have more than Coinbase. You can become an exchange. You can sell your own coins. You can do inter transactions within yourself. I mean, what do you want to do? The world is limitless at this point because no one's offering Bitcoin. No one's offering Bitcoin as an exchange. They're not. Not at the rate that you could. MicroStrategies can't offer it because it's their collateral for the loans they do. They owe it all back to people. Yeah, they're riding on the coattails of, hey, this is what it's worth. But like I've told everyone, you want to manipulate or you want the money glitch, you need to get into the S&P 500. And none of these companies that are leveraging themselves are profitable. None of them. They don't, at the end of the night, they don't qualify for the S&P 500. So I'm going to give you an example right now. I'm going to go look it up while I talk to you. There's a company called, I got to find it. I just want to make sure it's this one. Yeah, okay. Here's a company called Asset Entities. Okay? Asset Entities is here. Asset Entities is $8.12 a share this week from 34 cents. Okay? You see it? This is the daily. It's like a regular company down here in the 50-cent range, and it gaps up like you've never seen it, and it gaps up again, and it's gone. All the volume in the world. We're talking about there's only 100 million shares, and they were trading 300 to 200 million shares a day. Right? Wild. I mean, this is just absolutely out of this planet type of movement. Now, I want to do something. And I don't care how long, as I'm not always ready for you guys. I'm going to get it right now. 1 second. Go here. And they're under there. I'm almost there, guys. You guys just sit there and and look cute. Okay. Now, this is skyrocket. Stock skyrockets 1,100% after Bitcoin Treasury merger. Stocks jump after asset entities and Strive merge. This creates the first Bitcoin Treasury firm. Okay. You guys know Strive. Strive came out, and they're actually the managing groups. They actually manage ETFs that have Bitcoin in them. They now merge, and here you go. They announced they have this treasury reserve of Bitcoin. They're going to start buying it. They're going to hold it on their books, whatever it may be. This market cap of asset, okay, of asset entities is only $100 million. But if you see here, the merger announced earlier this week will yield a new company called Strive, which will oversee more than $2 billion in assets and make aggressive plans to acquire Bitcoin. $2 billion in assets, guys. That's it. That's all it is. And guys, this is as of May 9th, yesterday. You mean to tell me that this is what happens when you announce you're going to have a strategic reserve of Bitcoin? We're going to offer it. We're going to do all. Okay, hold on. Up to $2 billion of assets doesn't mean $2 billion of Bitcoin. GameStop has $6.2 trillion or $1 billion. I always say trillion. I don't know why. Man, I'm a prophet. But these guys go up 1,000%. I'm telling you, the announcement of Bitcoin as your strategic reserve only exists for every other company, but not us. And nobody's giving GameStop any credit right now for what they're doing and how they do it. But I don't need it right now. I don't. It's like laying the foundation down for a pleasant and great life. If Pepperwood Salt taught me this. He said, it's not that you're so lucky in life, Marantz. It's if you do the right thing at all times and just keep cranking it out, you're fortunate that good things will happen to you. I feel Ryan Cohen is doing the right thing at the right time, always, and is going to be fortunate because good things are going to happen to you. I don't have to dream about pie in the sky. I don't have to do it that way. I'm telling you guys, it's not evaluated correctly. They haven't given you true value for what you really have. If you really had the value compared to something like these guys where they go up 1,000%, GameStop would be reflected on and it would be covered by analysts. Bitcoin's at $103,000 a share. Doesn't matter where GameStop buys it or if they hold it and how it all works out. It's just know that if everyone's on this page, like B. Moore says, she says, it's just time. It's inevitable and it's time. But when the world recognizes what GameStop really is and what it's worth, it's not a $12 billion company. It's forever. It's much bigger than that. And I know people want profits, and I know people want to be able to say they won something. I don't have to. I've got to live a good life to go to heaven. I do. And I can't have this track record of not believing. Because you can either not believe or believe. What happens when you get there? You'll be like, oh, we'll only let the people who believe in here. You can either not believe in GameStop or believe in it. If you don't believe in it, you're everyone else. Or you could believe in it, and it could be just that great. Yes, I equate GameStop to heaven. You better believe it. It speaks. It speaks to me. It might not speak to you. So check this out. We have some education to talk about tonight. It's going to be great. Asset Entities comes out and says they're doing a thing with Bitcoin, and the whole world goes crazy. Stock, skyrockets, rah. GameStop announces it comes down from 29 to $20, and they short it and they just kill it. They just attack it, and you're just like, "What the hell's going on?" I don't care. I just want to buy more. Right? It doesn't matter to me, not one bit. But the value is pretty evident. Here's GameStop really quick, guys. I always like to cruise the website, once a day. I come over here. I see all the stuff still for May 4th, but hey, May the 4th be with you. And they're selling some collectibles. They're doing their things. They got some games out there. They got some cards, though, right? I go look at cards. They're sitting on 3,600 cards, I believe, something like that. The best part about it, 38.92. Wow, almost 3,900 cards. PSA graded cards, 8, 9, and 10. Here's the best part about this whole thing that I love about GameStop is they've taught me, and just like they've taught you, like because we crowdsource the info, that when they actually dumped out all those cards off their inventory and they didn't sell them, right? They prepackaged them into the blaster packs and the booster packs and all these packs that they're selling now, and they're selling all these cards in these other sleeves, like all the sports cards they do and how they're doing them, right? You can buy all these slabs. There's a no-lose way of selling things here. They're not losing a single dollar. I think the margins are going even higher. So when we were at 27% margin last year for the same quarter one, I am very excited that we're at the 30s and that we're approaching 30% for the whole year. I think this is going to be phenomenal for GameStop. Their last quarter just ended last week. The first quarter one of 2025, 2026, whatever they want to name it, it just ended last week. And I'm going to love May, June, and July for all of us because thank you so much for the gift. I just got a gift from Tyler over here on TikTok. It's more like my first gift ever. Appreciate you. I just know that GameStop's going to have a great number and show great profits, but people don't understand just how big it is, what it means to have $6 billion. Someone asked me yesterday, because I was watching Michael Saylor. I watch him a lot just to hear how stupid he is about GameStop versus how smart Ryan is. The less you talk about it, the more I respect it, right? Like I respect Ryan for not getting out here and trying to sell it to people. You're a cheap salesman at that point. You're like, well, what the hell's going on? Like, if you were informing people, it'd be great, but you're trying to sell people on the idea, right? And give people the info and let them make a decision. I do it all the time. I go, here's your info, private equity. Here's your info. Thank you so much, man. Now they're just flooding me with stuff. Thank you, Tyler. I feel like one of those Instagram IG hoes right now. No, I'm doing good. But no. So here's the thing. Somebody says, you ever heard this like by the meltdown? And if you heard it from like everyone, they go, well, GameStop only has money because they did an ATM because they offered shares. And you're like, yeah, I know. How many companies do you know can go to the market and offer shares? All of them, right? All of them. Oh, really? All of them. Really? There's millions of companies in this world. Millions. Oh, you mean publicly traded companies? Those are the rare companies. Even private companies have to go ask somebody. But publicly traded companies get to go to the market, offer shares, and generate profits and money, boom, in their pocket the same day. You got an underwriter, you have commissions to pay, you have to offer the shares to the public, and the public has to buy them. But you ask yourself, why is the public and or institutions buying GameStop at a premium? Remember this. Remember two things. GameStop has an infinite money glitch because they still possess 556 million shares. They can still sell shares, or 553, I'm so sorry. They can still sell shares at any time. They can offer them, and guess what they're going to get? They're going to get the money for them. Price that they ask is what they're going to get. You're not diluted. Let me ask you something, shareholders. Have you been diluted? Has your price point gone down and or has it been rising? Separate the peaks. Don't pay attention to peaks of the stock. Pay attention to the water that's rising. I'm GameStop, right? I'm a GameStop junkie, for the lack of a better term. Tell me something, guys. Tell me if that purple line has not been going up since 2020. From 2020 all the way through, has it not been walking up this fine line? I don't care about the peaks. I want to know the bottom. Whatever the company's doing in the buy side, you're going, oh man, I wonder if they're offering shares. I wonder what they're. Are you really being diluted, or is your value going up? The more money you put into this damn thing, the more money it comes back to you. It's like a 401k. It's like a savings account. All you got to do is just keep plugging away, because this is the bottom. We find a bottom every damn year. Oh, it was $10 last year. $10, okay. What's it this year? $25? $20? Ryan Cohen starts buying shares back at $21? That's the new bottom. Double what it was before. What happens next year? What happens the year after that? The year after that? The year after that? Everybody understands. This is why Wall Street buys 140 million shares at $28 on average, below the current price point. This is why GameStop can offer convertible notes. They offer convertible notes at a conversion rate of $38.81. And you have all these guys come out trying to scare you out of it. Say, oh, the arbitrage, oh, the shorts, oh, they're going to keep it stagnant. Who cares what they do? I want to know what we're doing. GameStop's raising money because that's what businesses do. But how many can do it? You know what happened at AMC when they offered shares? One, they didn't complete their ATM. Two, they got shorted all the way down to the ground, and they got bought out by private equity at the bottom. Blackstone-backed Terra Capital comes in and buys 20% of the company for 66 cents a share, after it was already at $27 pre-split when BlackRock sold out. From $27 to 66 cents in 6 months. But that was the deal they gave each other. If you're not familiar, you should know. GameStop's not offering deals like that. You know, we have this series here on the show. It's called Connect the Dots. A lot of you guys watch it. And I ask you guys to watch it in detail, pay attention, put them all together. You can't just watch one episode. You got to watch them all because they give you all this info, right? Cool. I have more info for you. And the more info connects to the previous info. That's why we call it Connect the Dots. Let's talk it out. All right, guys, here's the new headline. It's from Kohl's. We've talked about Kohl's in the past on this show. Kohl's is an investment that came to me. It spoke to me because of our good friend of the show, Darth Stacks a lot. My boy Stacks comes in. He's one of the moderators on the show. And 3 years ago, Stacks hit me up on a message, and he said, Marantz, I'm going to go get into Kohl's. What do you think? I want you to look at it. And I said, hey, bro, let me look it over real quick. And I looked it over, and I said, run. Run from the hills. Do not touch Kohl's. That's what I said. And so I started making a video, and I actually put it into Connect the Dots. It's part 15, if you guys are not mistaken. I made that video maybe over 2 years ago, well over 2 years ago. And I said, I think Kohl's is a terrible company. I think it's going bankrupt, and I know why. And it was because their CEO, Michelle Gass, at the time, she went ahead and was getting, you had activist investors writing letters trying to get her taken out of the company. So they would have a proxy. And the proxy would come out, and you would have 14 board of directors nominated, and they allowed 4 to come on. Well, the 4 they brought on, infiltrate the company, manufacture the outcomes, change the CEO, all of the above happens, right? Thomas Kingsbury comes in. What does he do? He borrows $1.5 billion when they have zero cash, and he goes ahead and does the deal with Sephora. So now there's Sephora and Kohl's. What happens? That buries the company. The identity of the company is one thing, but the way you make money is another. You can't do an overhaul that costs you $800 million when your profits are around $20 million a year. Literally. Coming out of a pandemic, they literally had no profits and they had no cash. They're still paying a dividend. They're still paying executives, overpaid executives. They're doing everything. What do? Thomas Kingsbury retires. They hire Ashton Buchanan. He does backdoor deals, inside deals with other retailers and consultants, and he gets fired. Millions and millions of dollars are lost between executives and them. Now, there's a whole thing here. Whenever you guys get a proxy, you guys are familiar with the proxy vote annual shareholders meeting. The proxy vote usually has a third party tell you how you should vote. That proxy vote is actually done by the third party. The biggest proxies out there are going to be ISS and Glass Lewis. ISS is the institutional shareholders, it's right here, I have it here, services, ISS. Now, Glass Lewis, they hold 48% of the whole market share. Glass Lewis has 42%. Now, why is this so significant here with Kohl's? Okay, I want to explain this to you. Kohl's, I told you the other day, their board of director walked out of there, Christina Day. No pun intended, day. But Christina Day left, board of directors of Kohl's. And I was like, oh, and then they said it was no issue, no fault. Christina just left, she wanted to carry on. She's a former CEO of Lululemon, but she was put onto the board of directors by Masellam and Ankura during this time frame. Okay, those are the activist investors that have taken over Bed Bath & Beyond and bankrupt that company. They took over Big Lots and bankrupt that company. Well, I don't want to say they did it on purpose, but the people that they put into place failed the company and they went bankrupt. Shocker. That's connect the dots. That's the whole idea. So they did Big Lots. They did this one. Now they're here right now. They're here right now at Kohl's and they're bankrupt this company. So here's Christina Day. Christina Day does a filing on Friday. On Friday, she disputes and she has a disagreement with the board and she says it. According to the emails included in the filing, Day took issue to the early characterization of her departure. There is simply no way that this board could have interpreted my resignation as having no conflict of issues. She had a very big conflict of issues, okay? Now, the conflict of issues is they were told that the board of directors, okay, and how they were compensated, and the CEO was compensated, the proxy of ISS gave a recommendation to the shareholders to vote against their new pay package. ISS has huge influence. Now, ISS actually is owned by a little company and right here called Ginstar Capital. Okay, Ginstar Capital, and let me do this really quick. It says, which of these objects is a fashion project? Boom, boom. Yeah, I can't even see them, but there you go. Cool. Okay, great. So Ginstar Capital is actually, these are Canadian companies, guys. They're Canadian-backed companies. They own everything. So I was like, what do you mean? They own the proxy company. They own the ratings company. Because I read it all, right? Look at this. To give you an example, ISS acquired ACER and data. Hold on one second. Yeah, okay, cool. So they own a provider of ESG scoring. So if you're familiar with the way this works, the environmental governments, you know what that is. All this is called your environmental, social, and governance. And they will tell you these are your DEI hires, okay? They actually have all the rating firms for it. They acquired FICO cyber risk score business. All the rating companies that you use as a company to give yourself a credit rating and or a business rating or anything you want to do, they own the German market, the Euro market, they own all of it. This is ISS. Yes, it's crazy, okay? American proxy advisory firm is actually run by Canada. You guys got that part? Because Ginseng Capital, where would they come from? These guys right here, they're based in North America. Sure they are. They're right here. Was a Canadian building materials and financial services company that invested $1.9 billion in 29 acquisitions. Over the time frame, all the directors, everybody, they have direct influence. Now, how do I know this? Because the counterpart, Their other buddies are Glass Lewis. Glass Lewis literally is toe-to-toe fighting neck and neck with ISS, right? These are the proxy companies, all right? Listen to me. Glass Lewis, you can read it yourself, until March 2021, Glass Lewis was owned by Ontario Teachers Pension Plan, the Alberta Investment Management Corp in 2021, Peloton Capital Management, private equity firm, and Alberta Investment Management Corp, and Stephen Smith. These are huge. They do real estate in Canada. That's it. These guys are all massive Canada dudes. So they're the ones that are giving out all the info to every said company on how they should vote, who they should hire, whom they should hire. They have massive influence, and it's always been this way. Okay, this is just the way it was. And I'll give you an example. Read this. A large fraction of those investors follow the recommendations of Glass Lewis in lockstep, giving outsized importance and impact of governance across corporate sphere. So everyone votes in lockstep with whatever they're going to recommend and say. This is all part of the game. This is how you rig the game. Now, here's the issue, and if you guys don't believe it, here's the issue with the pay package, okay? This is Christina Day, who's on the board of directors at Kohl's. Christina Day, who was part of the board's compensation, she was in the compensation committee, disagreed with the way Kohl's handled the recommendation from ISS, which advises investors on how to vote on the company meetings. ISS had recommended investors vote against a proposal on executive pay that backed by the company's board. She's not going to get a raise. They're not going to get paid. They're not going to overextend themselves. She's pissed off that the company, how they handled the ISS recommendation. Concerns were identified with CEO Buchanan's sign-on awards. ISS said that the report to shareholders, specifically Buchanan, received very large awards that entirely lack any performance conditions. As you go down, which makes sense, right? I'm okay with that. But here you go. Right. In one of Day's emails, she took issue with Kohl's and how they handled the ISS recommendation. For us not to respond to ISS is not good governance. In separate message, she said that the company was sharing material information with only select shareholders. Additionally, she said that when they would go to the board meetings, certain board of directors were communicating with each other and not with everyone. So it was like a big secret society on what they were going to do moving forward. So ISS recommended that they don't put back the package. Then look at Glass Lewis. Glass Lewis and Company, another leading shareholder advisory firm, supported Kohl's executive pay proposal for its to report to investors. So you have ISS versus Glass Lewis. These are the recommendations. Christina Day is going with Glass Lewis, obviously, because she's going to get paid more, and maybe that's what they're supposed to do. She's agreeing with Canada versus Canada and U.S., whatever. But do you understand the issue here? This is the true story about what's happening at Kohl's. And what this tells you about Kohl's is that their leadership is not in lockstep with each other. Once companies are battling out in the boardrooms and they can't make agreements and they don't understand where their money's going, how it's going to get there, they just cut their dividend 50%, guys. That right there should tell you the stock should come all the way down to the ground. So when I look at Kohl's and I look at GameStop, and I look at Bed Bath & Beyond and Gone, and I look at all these investments that people want to tell me that I should be making or I shouldn't be making. I know that my board of directors are in lockstep with their investors because they're investors. Does that make sense? There and there. Yeah. We're a little different. But if you educate yourself on how these proxy votes go and why Kohl's is falling apart, then you'll know what to make on the best investment versus that investment. These are the things that I pay attention to or that I'm trying to read up on. You need more music from Trove? Well, let me get you more music from Trove. Here's a song for the show. It's called Echoes of Mamba. It's a play on Kobe Bryant, but also a play on the show. Some of your guys' names are in the damn song.
Mamba time tonight, Kobe spirit burning bright, no hesitation, overcome fakes, win the fight with Mamba might.
Heart of a champion, Kobe ice in his veins, like ever-glowing ravens, can I see lanes, Jake flies. Marantz Rantz stands as host, completely fool his view. A trauma tactics, due to expert skills shining through. Defenders crumble like a Barthy burger, they're done. Sir Jim sees electric drive, victory hard won. And I'm a master of the court, keeping every dream alive.
Kobe, hear the echo, the Mamba takes its flight. Mamba mentality, burning ever so
with Einstein. Smart's a legendary story, told him stays a cake and fooling with that mamba fire in his eye. Every challenge learns fast, the Mamba's legend flies high. Smooth moves like Kohl containers with that distinctive grace and flair. A mighty raw for Kobe from fans filling the air. He'd leap like Mario for glory and for fame. Shot Ricasto thinking 5 as he dominated the game. Opponents facing him, there is the TV or a scary Lottie and fright. No time for Miami or distractions, just pure focus, Mamba light.
Kobe, hear the echo, the Mamba takes its flight. Mamba mentality, burning ever so bright. Victorious power, defensive wall so tall. Against the fakers, he'll never, ever fall. That killer instinct with focus like matter sharing so clear. This is not normal skill, banishing all doubt and fear. A big boss skiller's presence, yeah. Tiny rocks the floor, a truth that decking king, always asking for more. Even like Newton miles the Mamba's legendary pace. He's got that X factor, but not like soaring grace. A force like Mr. Chungus, too solid, strong, and bold. Those hopes like fragile tulips squished by tariffs and toll. Kobe, hear the echo, the Mamba takes its flight. Mamba mentality, burning ever so bright. Victorious power, defensive also tall. Against the fakers, he'll never, ever fall. Kobe, Mamba, victory's call.
Yeah, that's just a random song by Trove. Some of you guys' names are in there. You probably don't know if it was going too fast, but yeah, you're fine. Anyways, welcome back. Welcome back. Oh, Amber, if you think those are fire, wait till you see the shit I found. Woo! Found some shit. I'm saving them. But here we go. You know, my Spanish Wednesdays are not enough. I had a kid walk up to me. I didn't even know he watches the show. This kid walked up to me. Guys, I don't know what's been happening. I'm at work. People walk by. Yo, Marantz. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, yeah, what's up, man? Spanish Wednesday, man. I'm just like, what? You watch? Okay. Turn it on. You're playing the jams. I was like, oh, shit. Now there's expectations every time I come around. So, anyway, they don't know. I'm just like, yeah, man, sure. I'll do my best. Okay, so check this out. I was going to show you guys some of this stuff. Let's see what's going on. I thought this was pretty cool. Okay. This is a guy named Dave Carroll. So in 2009, United Airlines broke Dave Carroll's guitar and refused to pay for it. So he made a song. And after he made the song, their stock fell 10% and they lost $180 million in market cap. Yeah, there you go.
Flew United Airlines on my way to Nebraska. The plane departed Halifax, connecting in Chicago's O'Hare. While on the ground, a passenger said from the seat behind me, my God, they're throwing guitars out there. The band and I exchanged a look, best described as terror, at the action on the tarmac, and knowing whose projectiles these would be. So before I left Chicago, I alerted 3 employees who showed complete indifference towards me. United, you broke my Taylor guitar. United, some big help you are. You broke it, you should fix it. You're liable, just admit it. I should have flown with someone else or gone by 'cause United breaks guitars.
And there you go, United Breaks Guitars. What a fire-ass song that is. I just wanted you guys to see that. I thought that was pretty cool. Here's another thing I want you guys to see. Here's your beloved President Biden getting saved by his wife during an interview, saying he has not lost his mind. Or there's no, well, I'll let you decide.
Yeah. Mr. President, since you left office, there have been a number of books that have come out, deeply sourced from Democratic sources, that claim in your final year there was a dramatic decline in your cognitive abilities. In the final year of your presidency, what is your response to these allegations, or are these sources wrong?
They are wrong. There's nothing to sustain that. Number one. Number two, you know, think of what we were left with. We were left with a circumstance where we had an insurrection when I started. Not since the Civil War. We had a circumstance where we were in a position that the pandemic, because of the incompetence of the last outfit, end up over 1 million people dying. 1 million people dying. And we're also in a situation where we found ourselves unable to deal with a lot of just basic issues, and which I won't go into in the interest of time. And so we went to work, and we got it done. And you know, one of the things and
Alyssa, you know, one of the things I think is that the people who wrote those books were not in the White House with us, and they didn't see how hard Joe worked every single day. I mean, he'd get up, he'd put in a full day, and then at night I'd be in bed, reading my book, and he
put in a full day. Joe Biden took like 400 days vacation, bro. This dude didn't do any press releases. Can I show you guys somebody? I'm gonna show you this dude. All right. This is Chuck Grassley. Chuck Grassley, do your thing, Chuck. Let's hear Chuck for a little bit.
So do something about it.
That's right. Republican Senator Chuck Grassley joins us now, the chairman of the Senate Judiciary Committee. Sir, thank you for coming on. We did see that you have a proposal. It's in the Wall Street Journal, a bill to stop nationwide injunctions. You write more than 2/3 of all universal injunctions issued over the past 25 years were levied against the first Trump administration. In the past 2 months alone, you write, judges have issued at least 15 universal injunctions against the administration, surpassing the 14 President Biden faced throughout his 4-year term. So, how do you plan to carry this out?
Okay, we would limit the injunction that a judge could do to his district and to the parties before the court, as opposed to a national injunction that would apply it to the other 92 districts around the United States. This would keep judges from being policymakers. It would have them making just judicial decisions for the party before them. Our legislation would also go on to another step, if it's necessary, to speed up the process of appeal if people disagreed with it. But we need to have judges do the case in controversy, those are words from the Constitution, and not deal with policy making, and not have one of 700 districts.
So I want to just give you guys some background on this. So Chuck here is speaking from the House itself in the hallways that are echoing loud, and other people are doing interviews, and it's bad, okay? But for him to stay focused and talking on point, getting it out. Here's my whole thing. This boy's 91 years old. This boy's been in Congress for, this guy's the oldest member of Congress right now. His shit is still intact. I had old boy over there eating pudding. We won't go over this right now. Shit, Jill, save him. I'll say it so nobody else has to. Holy hell. That dude was 91 just cranking it out. Yeah, you know, don't worry. I have more interviews of him, but it's fine. Oh, gaslight me harder. I try, man. Goodness gracious. I just wanted to watch that for me, not for you. I wanted to watch that for me, not for you. All right, let's talk about something here. Let's talk about our baby. Let's talk about our baby. It's Saturday. I'm feeling great. You know, my point being that not every company out there can go and get money. They just can't. GameStop can. They're so different. Bitcoin's one thing. You know, to have Bitcoin on the books, apparently it's very valuable to every other company except for GameStop, because they're not giving GameStop any credit for having it. And when GameStop does announce they have it, or however much they have, and they have more than Coinbase, what the hell? You know, that's just what it is. So I think it's a great idea for GameStop to not tell the world anything. You know, this market right now is at around 5,600 points, and I think it's going to come down. I think it's going to retract over the next quarter or two. You just passed all of earnings. We got all through earnings, guys, just so that we're clear. We got all through earnings. I drew this smiley face. My bad, guys. Let me get rid of this really quick. You got all through earnings, and they took some profits off the table, which was this red line here. We'll go to the weeklies. So you can get through earnings from 6140 all the way down to 4,800. That's a massive drop. And as you went down and you touched, you now get back some. The pump of earnings is here, but as I told you guys, you're not getting past that 57.05. So we can't sustain above it. So that's how I know everything's priced in. They priced in this drop all the way to the ground, bought back up just to get you earnings, and now you get ready for the next downturn, and they'll price in the next pump through it, which is fine. You're just looking at companies having the same issue. If your support's down here at 45, 457, whatever it may be, let's find out where the true support is on the daily. You don't have it. There it is. Your 200-day moving average is your resistance right now at 570. You don't have it, guys. You can't get past it. You try to break past that resistance, and it shot you back down. You're trying to break past it right now, and it's going to shoot you back down. This is a double top right here. Double top with lower lows as you come out of it. You guys will find out that the whole market's in this death cross, and it's going to hurt for a very long time. It just takes time for it to play out. But GameStop's totally different. Right, so here's what I was doing. I was trying to find where GameStop's bottom is, right? And because sometimes the stock can go sideways and get pushed out even further, and maybe this gets, you know, a little bit like a little different of a direction here. But the truth is, you use this pole here, and you try to run the same trend lines here, and you say maybe this is the new roof. Maybe we can break past it. Because I remember when I used to draw this line here, we saw how many times we actually came close to it, came to it, but eventually we found out that these were the tops of this market, and that the bottom's way down here at 995. So it broke out, which had a very violent breakout. Now you have this idea that when it breaks out, was it like a true breakout? You had this cross from the 50-day to the 200-day, and as we broke out past, you have that opportunity right now on the weekly to break out and go up. But if I look at the daily charts for GameStop, and I know that this support line, this bottom support, this purple support line that I have, it actually stems from that 9 right here, from this one over here. I can move it a little bit more. So I know that this is my actual bottom. This purple line is I'll make it fatter this time. I'll make it fat. That is your support. And it's coming from way back yonder. I mean, it's coming from 5 years ago, guys. We bought it from way down here, way over here at 64 cents, the equivalent. And now you're going up, up, up. We've been walking this long, you and I. We're just walking up. And as we walk up, you ask yourself, these are accelerated timelines. Like, you're literally going to be at $24.42 come August, and it has nowhere to go but up because it can't go down. So if this purple line, this purple line is our support, we know this. You will be at $38 by 2026 in a year. So if I told you those convertible bonds, you're going to be at $36. $36 by August or April, I'm sorry. April. $36 a share. So why wouldn't I buy this Why wouldn't I understand that this is where I want to be if I'm at 27 now and it's going to go up $9 more? Just for people out, that's a 30% increase. You're looking at 30% over 1 year. That beats the S&P. Certainly when the S&P is going backwards and down. There is nothing on God's green earth that is going to stop GameStop from going to where it's supposed to go. Because you diamond-handed sons of bitches are buying everything you can. And this is proof. I don't care about the tops of the market. I care about the bottom. When I look at these charts, and I look at them every day, I remind myself that we are the bottom of this page. If you go and look at it, you can look at your own trend lines, your own line style, however you want to put it. You are the green. You are the green on this chart. You have bought past every level. We know where we're headed. And it's just math, guys. It's math. You can't dive down. You can't have a nosedive into the bottom portion here and say, it's going to 16, Marantz. It's not possible. No one's selling. The on-balance volume is so high on green days versus red days, meaning you have more advancers than decliners. That's what the OBV tells you. And the OBV is in the realm of almost 9 billion shares. For those of you guys who live under a rock, I'll show you what I mean by this. We'll go to the daily chart, okay? Go to the daily chart. You guys all know this daily chart is where you want to be. And I'll make it just to where it's entertaining to watch, right there. But now I want you to go, and I want you to go to indicators. And when you go to indicators, type in OBV. So your OBV, before you guys ever forget what it truly is, you want to go to the weekly. And on this chart here on the weekly is going to tell you just how much of this stock doesn't leave the people. Your OBV is rising. It is rising from the divot that was the short down after earnings, where they got you down to 8 point, I thought it was like, I think it was 879, about 8.7, I believe it was. Let me see if it tells you like this. About 8.7. It's already up to 9. It's already up to 906. So 906 billion shares on volume. So yeah, I have a huge problem with people thinking people are selling this damn thing. No one's selling. Even when it was down at $9, no one's selling. People are buying more and more. And that's because you have a plus side. If you ever want to like compare, go to AMC and you'll see how it's trending down. As the price goes down, it's going down. That means people are selling it off. They sold it all off here right before the conversion. They went up. Everybody bought back in because they're stupid. Because they were like, oh man, if GameStop's going, AMC's going. Yeah, they run the same. Do they? Because now this is going down. There's a very big difference in the way this looks, period. Manipulated you. That's how you can tell the difference. Look at the asset entities. Look at this all the way up to the sky. I can't wait for this to be GameStop. When they're like, you know what? That was a good idea that GameStop's doing with their money. Because MicroStrategies was able to do it. Look at MicroStrategies. Guys, if you don't know about MicroStrategies, their on-balance volume is 183 billion. I'm sorry, 1.83 billion. Nothing. Nobody. I wish people knew, man. Apple's at 60 billion. Way up there. That's Apple's OBV. From 47 to 60. People are buying it. That's what you do with good companies. You buy them. GameStop's no different. GameStop is no different. And why is it giving me that list? I want my other list. Give me the Mag 7. I'm just curious. So we go to the GameStop. GameStop's at 9 billion, which I love on the weekly. Microsoft, 12 billion. Meta, 9 billion. Amazon, 22 billion. Apple, 68 billion. Nvidia, 24 billion. And don't let me forget Tesla. Tesla, 18 billion. So you mean to tell me GameStop's equivalent to Meta right now as far as OBV? Absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal for what's going on at GameStop. And they're not stopping. They're going up. They've been rising up this whole time. Look at this whole time, been rising. 30 more million shares to the plus side on a green day, not a red day. That's what that means. So anyway, back to finding the bottom of this market right here. I feel this is like that's the best part about it. It gave you this 995. That was your support. Boom. So now you can draw it out. And that's why we can say up and to the right. The stock may go up. It might do all this crazy shit you see. Doesn't matter. Up and to the right. Now that we know the bottom, boom, now you know your true value, right? You notice how Ryan Cohen didn't buy in again until he found the bottom again? Once he found the bottom, he says, okay, there's the bottom. Now I know where I can be. Couldn't make any investments up until then because they were doing mergers, acquisitions, and cuts. Now look, it's great. So I think GameStop's the outlier. It's different. It's going to be different. It's a $12 billion market cap. It should be double that. It should be at least $24. $24 billion, I apologize. And the stock price should be 50 plus, and it should be getting to the S&P 500. The money glitch that's there, that's not at MicroStrategies, it's not at other companies, is because GameStop makes a profit. And it's the best thing that could ever happen. We can leverage it to the people, and the people are going to buy it. We can leverage it to institutions, and the institutions are going to buy it because it's very different than other investments. Okay. I'm watching all the pictures, guys. I see there's tons of pictures about the Pokemon cards, and no one's getting them. So no one got to get them because they were all sold out every time you go to the store. I apologize for that, guys. I'm going to do my best to go get some today. If I don't get any, oh well. I'm going to go to three different GameStops today to go get some. If I don't, no big deal. I'm going to take my wife out to the Asada. I'm going to play the Spanish music on the way out the door because that's what we're dealing with tonight. We're doing Spanish music today. Oh, I'm going to play some League of Legends in between while you guys watch and do your thing. But I hope you guys like it. Get at me. Hey, GameStop, I love this stuff. Pay attention to a lot of things, guys. Proxy votes coming out. If you've got your proxy as far as your GameStop shares and how you should vote, you vote the way you want to vote. I'm not going to tell you how to vote. And that's for your board of directors. That's for any compensation. That's for the auditing firm. A lot of things you'll vote for. So enjoy it, guys. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great night. I'll see you around. GameStop, can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. I just want to remind people, hey, very valuable company. Not all companies are like GameStop. Not all companies can go get assets and back them with Bitcoin. And if you're going to buy something, instead of buying back shares or paying out dividends, why not buy Bitcoin? And hang on to that because apparently it's appreciating better and faster than the markets. There's no volatility there, is there? Oh, wait, there is? Oh, scary. Not for me. I got a heart of gold, guys. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. Check out the tracks. We're about to kill it. Peace. All right, cool. All right. Let me go play the things I know I'm good at because I got demoted to Iron 2. Iron 2, guys. That's how much I don't care about ranked. Ooh, that was terrible. Here we go, though. Hyper. Let's go get Hyper. Let's go see what I can do. TFT, guys. I'm really good at TFT. It's my baby. I'm 3,700 points right now. I don't really play ranked. I only played one ranked game. I'm bronze 4, but that doesn't matter. I'll go all the way to diamond. I'm working on the Hyper roll. I'm 3,700 points. I need to get 4,200 to get highest rank. So let's get to 4,200 and I'll be happy. That's the plan. The real shit. Here we go. And I'm pretty good at this stuff, so it's my baby. Let me, let's see. Sorry. I had to do something real quick. Okay. Click it. Got it. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. There we go. Let's see what I got here. Boom. That's a monster right there. And then I got that one. Oh, thank you, baby. Just put it right there. I'll take care of it. Thank you, babe. Okay. Okay, boom, perfect. Perfect. My wife just brought me my Easter egg basket that I forgot to eat all the goodies out of. Bro, I'm going to eat all that right now. I don't care. Okay. So I'm going to Animal Squad. Oh. Let that play. We're good. I forgot that I can look up your guys' thing right here. Okay. So boom. Take that. Okay, let me see. Nah, I'll just keep rolling. The hell with it. Oh, I should have got that guy. Damn it. Pisses me off, dude. I messed up. Well, there's a mess up. There's my first. But it's cool. It happens. Because I wanted that Vanguard Slayer. But we're okay. Ooh, these boys are tough. Let's see what we got. God, can I kill Poppy, dude? Damn it, man. Couldn't kill him. It got me. Alright. Let me think for a second. Okay, cool. Don't want that. I don't want that. I want that a little better. Let me be pretty beefy up front. Let me see if, oh, right there, perfect. And then, yeah, we're good right there. Let me lock that in. Hell yeah, bros. Hell yeah, bros. You boys got it. These candies right here, too. Oh, bro. My wife brought me these candies. I'm about to eat, bro. Mind you, taking my wife to dinner tonight for Mother's Day. All right, there we go. And he was undefeated. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There it is. Mm-hmm. Oh, bro. We might have just won the game. No. This shit. Put that over there. Things that other people don't do. I'm telling you, I'm convinced. Mm-hmm. I had to switch something. My fault. I lost. It's okay. I'll win the next one. Okay, cool. All right, got it. I know I'm gonna win. Bro, I am a problem, bro. Guys, I'm a problem, bro. Look at that shit. Oh my god. Okay, so do I even want this guy to go in? I don't want this guy. I did want him, but I don't want him. Because it's going to be this one. It's phenomenal. It is? Shit, man. Okay. One more. Come on, guys. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. Come on. Oh, didn't do it. So there's a thing I want. You want this guy with the sword? Aurora? You want Aurora. I'm one Aurora away from level 3. And you win the whole game. So I gotta win this fight. I lost this fight. I can't kill anybody. Oh, man. Level 3 Aurora was so close. Damn it. Well, it's okay. I got points. That means I did really well. I'm still on my way. I got third. You got to get top 4 to get points. This. Hey, don't ever be this DJ right here. Don't ever be this guy. Oh, man. Oh, you guys can't see him. Oh, thank God. Oh, shit. This guy's gross. Yeah. That might be the worst DJ I've ever seen in my life. Oh. Hey, well, I got third. That's not bad. All right. So I had to we're going to take a small candy break. Give me 1 second. You know my favorite? I'll try this. What is this? I don't know this song. Bro, cannot kill this guy. Wow. Dude, so close to killing their whole team. Look at that. My God. Boom. Knocking people out of the game. I didn't even know I was doing that yet. It's pretty awesome. Oh my God. I understand.
Whatever can be cleaning the house, that'd be great.
Yes, ma'am. I'll be right there. Let me finish, and I'll be right there.
Well, I'm just gonna mop right now.
Okay. I got you.
But if you want to get all your clothes,
Yeah, I got you.
or at least all the towels, so I can wash towels.
Yes, ma'am. Guys, we're doing laundry. We're cleaning up. That's what we got going. My wife asked me, baby, they can hear you clear as day. My wife asked why I stop what I'm doing when Marantz goes live. I said, baby, when you see a good thing, you don't pass it by. If I can't win this round right here, then I don't deserve to win this game. There you go. I'm going to win the game. I plan on winning the game. Yep. What? I thought that was an item on here. What happened? Did I not do that right? Okay, boom, boom, boom. One more round and I get that level. I'm going to level up on that too. Oh, it's going to be good, guys. Let's go get this. Let's go get this. Let's go. Let's go. I got to win this fight. I got to win this fight. This guy's been beating my ass the whole game. Okay. Not today, bro. Yeah. Yeah, we did it. There it is. We did it. Come on, baby. Come on. Yep, got him. Money. All right. And then I get my next guy, and it's over. Look at this shit. Boom. That's a problem. Wife clean the house. That's the plan. But I'm in top 3 again. What'd I tell you? Let's go. And I did a different build this game, but I'm good. Street Dreams. Yeah, we're about to murder. Let's go get that. Let's get a Tinky item. Let's get this one going. I just want to get bigger. Fatter. Extremely huge. Huge. It's going to be huge. Huge. Kill Brand, bro. We got a chance. Don't kill Brand. We got a chance. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. They killed Brand. They still did it. Oh, they didn't kill Brand. Yeah, they couldn't kill him. Okay, so the number one guy, nobody's beat him. He's up at the top. Let's see what he is. This is this guy. Yeah, this guy's been kicking my ass all game. Okay, so he's going to come to the back line. Okay, I got that. I got that. Oh, watch this. Watch this. I'm waiting for him in the back. Here he comes. Watch this. I'm going to try something different this game. Let's see. Here he comes. Then comes straight to the back. I put my big guy in the back. It didn't matter. Oh, okay. He's on him. Shit. He got to the back. Damn it. He's hitting my guy. Get off my guy. Okay. Boom. Yeah. Kick his ass. Get off my guy. Now. We got it. Now. Kill everybody. Go. Nah. Fuck. I can't kill this guy, dude. No, go. No. This is it. No. I couldn't kill him, dude. Shit. Second place. A lot of points. I'm down with that. All right, guys. Got to go. Appreciate you.